Okay, I don't know why the hell that I can't record unless I, like, it's at a window, and then I gotta go full screen. But, hi guys, how's it going? It's Napalm. And I'm here to, stop skipping. I'm here to play the game Disturbed, and it's got a little unique art style to it, and it's free. So I just thought, hey, you know what? Let me just play this game. It's free. I heard it was quick, and it's kind of creepy. And by the looks of it, it is kind of creepy. So I'm like, all right, what better time to play than late at night? It's 12:20 right now. All right, let's go. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. For some time, the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day, you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made up your mind. You're going to do something about it. Oh, yes, indeed. Let's go. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Go in the shed. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. Go to the crops. Well, we won't go in the house yet, because that would be too easy. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away and that time is running short. Let's go into the pen. Oh, dear Lord! A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand there, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. I hope nothing jumps out at me. Alright, let's inspect the water. You inspect the water, looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a black consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Grab a mushroom. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly, your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die, eventually, after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. Oh, those are some serious shrooms. Oh shit, can I load my game? Oh, I gotta save. Alright, kids, well, don't, don't pick up the mushrooms. I'm gonna like this game. I kinda like the whole things where, I'll save right here. I kind of like those games like that. It was like the Goosebumps game. I might do that one again because I didn't like the way that I did it with the whole I did, when I thought about it, I don't like the face cam walkthroughs I did. I was just doing it as a test. I thought I liked them, but I did not. It was such a hassle, and I was using the crappy software that it didn't really produce it in the best resolution. So I'm gonna do that again. All right, let's go into the pen. Inspect the water. Don't grab the mushroom. Leave the pen. Path to the rise. Follow the path. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Well, I saved. Can I save again? Go into the cave. Why not? There is a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. Let's save in an empty slot. Why not? You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deadly blight found outside. Go further into a cave. Not the best time. Oh, God. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness, and it says, "Hello! You seem to have come into my abode." You realize that you have made a terrible mistake even thinking that something helpful could be in here. Fight the bear, yes, because you are not the real man until you fight bear. So let's fight it. You don't run away like pansy. You scan the ground and notice that there are numerous rocks you can grab to throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after the other, you throw the rocks as hard as you can. The bear charges as you bend over to grab another rock, tackling you to the ground. The bear bites into your neck. Your body quickly goes limp and you die. Your adventure ends here. It reminds me of that one, and there's actually an achievement if you find all the deaths. And I'm guessing one if you beat the game. It reminds me of that one game. I don't know what it's called. I never played it, but I remember I'm like in YouTube. I would just like look up random video game deaths, which are pretty fun. All right, let's go down the path. You come to stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Inspect the wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack similar to the house you have a farm. Let's save, because you never know. Because death seems to like follow us everywhere with every move choice we make. Nearby the path is a small blah blah blah. The man that lives here is a kind fellow from what you recall. Maybe he's home? Inspect the shack. You walk toward the structure and knock on the door. Dot dot dot. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You remember picking up a key from the wagon and use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself in. Let me guess, he comes in and just shoots us in the face. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. Oh dear. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think that of the man that used to dwell here. Inspect the book on the table. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Dot dot dot. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I am thrilled most about, however, is one of oh god, a lot of reading. One of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently, there's a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when you mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess a typical fishing rod won't do the trick, but what can be done about it then? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dot. These past couple of weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under and I have lost nearly everything I own. This has pushed me to the extremes, but that can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying and there's nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. Let's save. We should have saved right here. Yeah. Or maybe not there. Dot 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 dot. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you got chills running down your spine. Open the trap door. Maybe we shouldn't do that. You observe the trap door and notice the lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Is this going to be some Evil Dead stuff? Are we going to find a deadite in there? Without thinking, travel downward. Maybe that was that. Who? What the? Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there was a woman chained to the wall. Let's save right here. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness around you as you stay in this awful place. Talk to the woman. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. Woman, you there! Let me out of here! The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You'll never believe me, even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. Let's free the woman. It's not like she'll do anything. I mean, we're freeing her. You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you. Oh dear. Hey! I will now do you a favor, not with those creepy eyes, but a favor, eh? What seemed to be oh shit. What seemed to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you. You feel the chilling grip of bone hands lock onto your arms. Energy flees from your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It is unfortunate that your journey ends here. Well, that sucked. Try to do a good deed and this is what you get. Alright, let's skip. Leave the shack. Oh wait, well let's talk to her. You tremble as you do there, let me out, blah 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 blah. Let's skip. Decline. I will not. No! Don't go! With nothing else to interact, you make your way up the stairs. And open up. Oh god. As you exit, you can hear the woman laugh behind you. The voice causes the shack to shake. You leave the shack as fast as you could. You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens. Yeah, that's probably the good idea. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under the tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. I should have saved. We'll take nap. Your eyes close and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. As your mind wanders, you see a... Oh, please don't let it be the woman. You see a blurry image. What the hell? Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. Let me guess, it's us, right? A bad feeling then overcomes you, and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. Let's save, right? The first one, yes. All seems well. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving forward seems like the only logical option now. You reach a point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? Go right. Oh dear. You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passage to the area with a wall around the property. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved into it. Inspect the tree. I should have saved. You approach the tree and notice the hole is big enough to fit your hand in it. Yup, we're saving. We'll save where the freaking woman was. You look and see something shining in the hole as if it were metal. Feeling around with your hand, you find 3 knobs. One on the right, one centered in the middle, and one on the left. Press the knobs. Alright, well, I wonder what each knob is going to do. The knobs lock in place. You wait for a moment, but nothing happens. It must be some sort of combination. We'll come back to it eventually. You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. Gate secures it. Also, yes. Alright, let's go to the gate. Oh, this is where the starting is. You approach the gate. Blech. You approach the gate cautiously. Enter. Not the best idea. Standing before the tower, your heart begins to sink. This is no doubt the birthplace of a spreading plague. There is a fountain before you with statues on your right and left. Wow, this is quite a number of... Inspect the fountain. There is a dark haze about the fountain. The water is black and the smell burns with every breath. What are we going to save? We'll save right here, actually, because, I don't know. There's a dark haze about the water is black and the smell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull toward the fountain as if it were calling for something. Can we inspect it again? Inspect the statue on the left. Oh god. You see an old statue of an angel that has been consumed by vines of thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand, the other with one finger pointed up toward the sky. You feel it best to leave the statue alone. So the one on the left, the right. Before you stands an old angel statue that has broken many areas. With one hand, the angel is holding some sort of bowl, while the other hand is hovering over the bowl. You notice that there is only 2 remaining fingers on the angel's other hand. You feel you should keep your distance and just observe the statue. Okay. Let's enter the tower. You approach the door. As you reach the doorknob, an invisible barrier stops you. It must be some sort of magic. Let's exit the gated area. Back to, I hope the lady's not there. Which way should you go? Go left. After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass up toward a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed. We're going to save. Yes. Which way do you go? Follow the trail into the tall grass, which is a bad idea. Following the subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Inspect the grave. You approach the grave. You look at the sword with intrigue. Oh, dear God. Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. ... You. The sword. May I have it? Spirit. The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire this sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of a pure essence can free me. A rare hope, like a flower found in the darkness. I don't know why it would sound like that. I'm just gonna grab the sword. Don't worry, buddy. You reach for the sword, but before you can lay a finger on it, the spirit grabs your arm. And, yep, a sharp pain flows over your body as your flesh melts off your bones. What fragments remain fall to the ground. Your adventure ends here. Cursed blade. Great! Alright, well, let's go back. Alright, go to the tall grass. Let's inspect the grave, skip, back away from the sword. You listen to the specter and leave the sword. The figure fades out of view. Continue on. You pause to see that there's a lake nearby. The trail continues on to your right. And we're going to save right here. Yes. Inspect the lake. You step near the lake and look down into it. Resting on the water is an orb of some sort, sitting on the bottom of the lake. There is something strange about it, as if it were calling out to you. Why not? It's not like there's anything in there. You close your eyes and jump into the lake. You open your eyes and see the stone sitting before you. You make your way to... Yeah, of course. A large fish comes into view. It quickly notices you with its mouth stretched open. You try to leap for the surface, but the fish catches up to you. You quickly find yourself helpless before the creature. You close your eyes as the giant fish rips your body apart with its teeth. You die a very painful death. Your adventure ends here. Don't need a fishing permit. Alright, well, let's continue on. And let's inspect the lake just for the hell of it. Leave. Now is probably not the time. Alright, let's continue along the trail. The faint trail comes to an end. There is a collection of stone pillars down the hill. Before the hill is a large field of grass. Inspect the stone pillars. And again, as before, save. You stand before the large stones, arranged in the shape of a circle. In the center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or a hole. No doubt about it, something is meant to be placed here. Maybe the orb? Seeing that you can't do anything, you head back. Explore the field. You find yourself gazing over a grass field with hills rolling off into the distance. And a freaking unicorn. As if a trick upon your eyes. You see a unicorn run across the field. It disappears out of sight, but before you can do anything. Surely the unique powers of a unicorn can help you with your quest, but there is clearly something wrong. If only there was a way to charm it, which I don't have. Alright, let's continue along the trail. No, wait. Go back. Alright. So let's go back to the grave. Go back. And we're going to go left. You walk for some time to find an endless field of grass. There is a stone well near the path. Well, let's say right here, in case something just pops out and grabs us. Inspect the well. You peer down the well. Other than the evident water at the bottom, there is a coin resting against the wall of the well. If possible, you feel you should go down and take the coin. Yeah, let's grab the coin. You lean over the edge of the well. There is no possible way you can obtain the coin by reaching for it. With this in mind, you turn and climb down along the inner wall of the well. I don't know why. You take a few successful steps back down, but your luck runs out. You misplace your foot and you fall. Tumbling about, your body clashes against the stone walls. With a single knock on the head, you lose all consciousness of your accident. With a splash, you fall into the water. Your body sinks effortlessly and you drown without realizing it. Your adventure ends here. Well, that sucks. Continue on. Oh dear. Walking over hills of grass and grain, you reach the walls of Aramore. Several times a year you come here to trade goods from the farm. You discover the plague that has spread to your farm has also spread all the way out here. The path before you is overrun with blight. Continue across. You have come a long way and you don't desire to turn back now. You march forward into the tainted soil. Before you can realize what happened, you sink completely under the ill soil. Darkness consumes you and your lungs struggle for air. Your body burns in pain as you suffocate and die. Your adventure ends here. Well, it was all for nothing. Alright, we're gonna have to go back. Thing is, I don't even know what to do at this point. Go back to where the split... Yeah, I don't even know what to do at this point. I don't know. Okay, maybe we're just gonna have to go to the tree then. I mean, we're gonna have to try every combination we could find. Alright, press the knobs. The knobs lock into place. Alright, let's try... Alright, there's quite a few permutations, so we did that. Alright, so let's try... I forgot which combination I did. So let's try middle knob, right knob, and then left knob. Alright, let's try this time. Yeah. Uh-oh. You hear the rumbling of rocks as the ground starts to shift underneath you. Maybe we should save. Everything goes dark and you sink below the surface. The hole above you seals up, trapping... Oh, shit. You find yourself with no evident way out but the path before you into the darkness. Your only choice is to move forward. You see 3 separate paths within the walls of the cavern. Which path do you choose? Well, I don't know, but, let's go right? Oh, God. Just stick to right. The passageway soon ends with an enlarged mushroom sitting in front of you. A steady river of water flows between you and the mushroom. Okay, they obviously don't expect the mushroom. It's obviously poisonous. You walk toward the mushroom as if there was something more than what meets the eye. Walking forward, you take a step into the water. To your dismay, your foot hits no bottom and you fall in. You reach to grab hold of the edge of the surface, but your body freezes stiff. You lose your sight completely as the chilling water sends your body into shock. Without any sense of touch and warmth, your lifeless body sinks into the darkness. Your adventure ends here. Alright, let's go back to that. Let's go right, left. No, come on. Oh dear. As you make your way forward, you discover a large cavern. An old-looking ship rests against the edge of the lake with debris scattered about the surrounding area. Let's inspect the ship. You cautiously walk down toward the ship. The air is chilling and you fear it won't be a good idea to stay too long. The possibility of discovering something that can help you drives you to explore. You climb aboard the ship. As you take a moment to observe your surroundings, you are only welcomed by the trickle of water brushing against the wood of the ship. Save right here. Is there a pirate that's going to come out? You move about to see where you can go. Every footstep you take feels heavy as you hear the sound of wood crackling under your feet. You feel the ship has been here for quite some time. You explore under the deck of the ship. Nothing but the sound of your footsteps bounce about the structure of the ship. From one room to another, you come across and discover a kitchen. Although there is nothing unique about it, you feel you should take a moment to inspect it. Inspect the drawers. Why not? You pull one out and another, finding that they have been emptied. Dust spreads around the air as you disturb their rest. Checking underneath, you discover a rusty knife resting on the floor. You find that there are plenty of hardened rat droppings dotted on the edge of the wall. You take the knives in hopes that you may defend yourselves with it. Let's look in the oven. You see a lone pot resting up on dusty stovetop. You gaze downward and open the oven door. Nothing but ash filled the oven chamber. You close the oven door. Move on. You continue your lonely tour of the ship, only to find that there is nothing of use or value. You make your way back to the deck, decide to continue your search. I can't talk, I don't know why. Again, you find nothing but empty rooms. Left to remain in the dark solitude. You discover a door with fancy markings about the woodwork. Perhaps this is where the captain resided. You discover the room of the captain. Unlike the other parts of the ship, everything seems to have been left alone in this room. You rest an old wooden desk with papers and assumed belongs of the captain. There is a small bed off near the corner of the room and some chairs in the other. And that note, you have a feeling deep down that you shouldn't take anything. Other than the lamp and other objects, there is a small stack of papers in contrast to a lone paper resting by itself. Approaching the desk, you began to inspect the papers resting on the desk. Peering about the pages of this collected pile of documents, you realize that most of these are personal notes of journal entries. You pick up a few and begin to read. Day 7. I'm not going to read that. You guys can read that. Just pause and then, yeah. Those men who have lost out, I cannot let them be in pain. Oh, God, I'm getting tired. Note to the group. Due to everyone is being split into groups 2 and 3. Seeing that there is little left to see, you take your leave. Ooh, crackles, you exit the vessel. You make your way back to where the tunnel divides. Okay. We'll save right here. Which way do you choose? Go left. You move forward into the darkness. Alright, we'll go left this time. I see something. You cautiously make your way through the darkness. You come to split paths. Which way do you go? Let's go left. Again. And I'm back where I am. Alright, let's go right. Uh-oh. You struggle forward as the way before you becomes completely dark. You notice that there is a light off in the distance, and you continue to make your way forward. Eventually, you make it into some sort of concrete room. Turning it around, you see a hole in the wall where you came from. Your guess is that this wasn't part of the initial design. You turn around to see a door. There being little to nothing in the room. You decide to move on through the doorway. You find yourself in what looks like a basement. You turn about to discover that in each direction there is a door. Boxes of supplies and debris litter the floor and corners of the room. You notice that there are several markings on the doors and floor, some of which scare you. You got a bad feeling about this place. Yeah, we'll inspect that. See right there. You walk about the room, browsing through the dust-covered storage. You find a rope in one of the boxes. It feels strong to touch and has minimal wear. You decide to take the rope. Enter the left door. Go back. Wait, what? Okay, let's enter the middle room. I mean, it's busted up and everything, but yeah. You enter a room full of metal cages. That looks like a baby. Before you was a hallway marked with questionable markings. You don't like the feeling you have about this place. Whatever was in these cages surely did not like to be locked up. You notice that there is an animal in the cage on the left of the room, but from the darkness on its fur, it is dead. You cautiously walk down the hallway, entering a room with 2 cell doors. Yeah! Before you can do anything, a large hound leaps in front of you. The beast doesn't look very vicious, but one wrong move can surely be the end of you. Well, let's save. You pull out the knife and prepare for an attack. The dog reacts and starts to growl at you. Whoa, God! The hound dashes at you and sinks its teeth into you. Even with the knife, you merely cut the beast before it knocks the knife out of your hand. You don't survive long and die a painful death. Your adventure ends here. Who's a good boy? That's the achievement. Alright, well, we can't go back there. Alright. Enter the... I thought I heard something. You enter a small room, and I'm looking around my room. There is a large cauldron in the center of the room with wood resting beneath. There's nothing on the shelves as if someone cleaned this place out. You look into the pot, find nothing in it. With nothing else to see, you exit the room. Enter the door behind you. Oh, you walk up the steps. You enter a large room. The air is polluted with dust and spider web cover the walls and ceiling. Where should you go now? The far door. Oh, God. What is this? The door struggles to move, but you enter into what appears to be a spider's den. The air is thick and the room is a mess of web and body parts. You notice that there are a couple items in the room that could be useful. Do I really want to look at that? I kind of am freaked out by spiders, by the way. If nothing else, there's a key on the ground that you will no doubt need. Before you can even act, a large spider falls from above. You have no doubt that it is hungry. Without hesitation, the spider attacks you. You pull out your knife and stab the spider when you can. Unfortunately, the knife doesn't scare the spider and it bites you with ease. Yikes. You begin to lose feeling all over your body and everything goes black. Oh god. I'm like... Sam doesn't save you in this story. I don't get that reference. Alright, okay. Enter the door behind... Yeah, I kind of did... I mean, even though it just popped out of nowhere, it was just like, oh god. It's like... Yeah, that was just creepy. Alright. We're not going in the far door. Let's go outside. Your heart begins to sink. This is no doubt the... Okay. Oh, crap. Damn it! Alright, Wait, what? Oh, this is not what I wanted to... Oh, shit. Oh, load game. Yeah, right here. Yeah. Alright. Where should you go now? Upstairs. You discover what looks like a private library. There is a passageway before you with bookcases on the left and right. Browse the books. You take a moment to look at the books. Some of them catch your eye. Deception by new music. There is a bent page marking a section. You turn to it. The art of charming is not necessarily limited to the instrument, but how the musician goes about playing and giving it, and it's nothing but boring crap. I'm not reading it. It's just, like I said, if you guys want to read it, just pause. You flip around. You walk up more stairs. You pause it, you notice a stone carving of a person praying that is attached to the wall. Okay, we'll save. There's something odd about it, but you can't put your finger on it. With caution, you continue up the stairs. And what is this? You enter a strange room with a large globe centered about the room. There are windows that let the light shine through. You notice that there is a chest resting against the wall to the right. You also notice that there is another passageway like the previous room. Open the chest. Approaching the chest, you notice that there's a lock fastened to it. With no key to unlock this chest, you decide to leave it alone. Well, maybe it's in the spider's thing. Inspect the globe. You study the globe attached to the floor surface. The craft is made of metal, and there's a fine detail in the grooves. There are various markings and names scattered across the globe. It takes you a moment to find a marking of where you are. Aramore. You notice that there are some hand-drawn markings within this area, made with black ink. There must be something close by that has interested the author of these markings. To add to the mystery, there are similar markings on other areas around the globe. Continue forward. Da-da-da-da-da. Open hatch. You open the hatch and pull yourself up. Uh-oh. You have made it to the top of the tower. Before you is a stone of power, resting upon an altar of rock. Dark vines have entangled the structure, as if they were feeding off the energies of the stone. Your body begins to tremble as you stand before the stone. You definitely feel weaker being up here, as if the stone is sapping away your energy. Now let's destroy the stone. It's maybe your only chance. You approach the stone and grasp onto it, which is a bad idea. You lose sight and feeling immediately as your hands become glued to the stone. And, of course, we die. Your life is drained from your body. Only bones remain to testify of your death. Your adventure ends here. Okay, well, there is clearly some way of, a lot of the things, like, you're going to have to eventually get the sword from the spirit and destroy the spider or the wolf or something like that. But I kind of don't even have time to, get all that stuff. So this is going to be a let's play for a bit. That's it, yeah. I mean, it's a good game. It's for free, and I like it. It's a really good adventure game, but it's just kind of, for me, it's just like, eh. You guys can play it on your own, but I think this is where I'm gonna stop right now, though. It's really great. I really like the artwork, and I really like the whole point-and-click adventure genre of it. I'm glad it's free. But yeah, this is where I'm going to stop. Anyways, thank you guys again for watching. Leave a like, comment, and if you're new, subscribe. And this is where I'm going to end the video. And I will see you guys, eventually. I'll continue on with the Batman videos. Anyways, have a good night, guys, and don't touch any strange mushrooms or rocks. Bye-bye.